Welcome, everybody, to the IronheartS Tomb of Annihilation, where nerds and creatives play Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for joining us. I am Captain Zach, the GM, for our bi-weekly ongoing home campaign turned broadcast. This is our ninth Ironheart session of 2022. My goodness. Tonight's session is live on twitch.tv/nerdcraftlv. Please level up our humble channel by following us on Twitch. We are only a few follows away from our goal. You can talk to our producer, Semantics, in Twitch chat, or me actually tonight. Or after the session, talk to me via email, ironhearts@nerdcrafty.com. Don't be afraid to speak up, people. We love hearing from you. We also have a friendly Discord community. Find the link in the description. And I'm here with my best friends of more than 20 years. I dragged them all into this fiasco. The players for the Ironhearts. Let's get some introductions from my old chums, starting with the beautifully dressed Weston.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Glad to be back with the Ironhearts. I'm Weston Lee Ball. You can find me online at Lava Submersible. We have a Willow podcast called Ignore the Bird. We're making content. TM, baby. Brand, strong. Ronnie, why don't you introduce yourself?
You calling on me?
I did, my friend.
He call on you, buddy.
Just woke up.
I'm Ronnie, and I play the character Bluegill Billy, and I have a art page called MS Paint Trash. You should check it out. It's on Instagram and Facebook. Ryan?
I play Captain Julian Alvari, and I'm actually in person with this fucker.
Yes.
Yeah, who to next indeed. I say Matt, since he's the one who graciously hosted Zach and I this evening.
Well, thank you very much. Hi all, it's Matt. I play Raggle and also a tree lord, and I am so excited to get started. I suppose over to Shane then.
Hey, this is Shane. I'm playing, AFK. Good to be back. Miss playing with everyone. Miss being here, and I can't wait to see where we're going next. And is there anyone else that hasn't been handed to yet? Was I the last?
Sean is here.
Sean, please take it away, Sean.
I know, I'm finally back. So I am Sean. I play Bjorn, who hasn't really been a part of this campaign so far, really. Lieutenant Rel, who was recently in the fray, and
R.I.P.D.
Now I'm playing as Shadow Bramble, and I'm really, really excited to get into this. Hand it back to you, Zach.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we are super excited. We are back from our summer break here at Nerdcrafty. You can check out our latest podcast that Weston had mentioned, Ignore the Bird, Follow the River, where we talk about Willow, the movie, and the upcoming Disney Plus series with some Dungeons and Dragons and other media nerdy thrown in. You can visit nerdcrafty.com to listen and see the cool artwork that Weston does. We've got D&D supplemental material that I've done, Hero Forge tokens that we make there. It's all free to just look at or use for your own campaigns. We also celebrated Tabletop Day 2022 in June with over 7 hours of live content. We had some awesome panelist discussions with our own Shane, also known as Bio Outbreak, our producer Semantics, myself, incredible guests, Legal Kimchi, Mads, Zach the Drac, Matt Dungeon Glitch, all of which can be found on our Twitter on our YouTube. And we played some unique one-offs that you can find all of those things on the Nerdcrafty Network YouTube channel. Nerdcrafty creators like myself and Weston and Sam are available for hire. You can visit nerdcrafty.com to get in contact with us. Writers, artists, game masters. We're very passionate about what we do. We love what we're doing here. So we've got a lot of catching up to do. And when we return to the IronheartS, the Tomb of Annihilation, we will do just that.
Life is undone. The magic of revival stripped away. An ancient evil whispers its revenge from the deepest jungles of Chult. It will take those with an iron heart to face what lies within the Tomb of Annihilation. Bjorn Thunderfoot, founder of the IronheartS, is an Ursa hailing from the Northland's icy frontier.
I did not have a dream. This is who Archie told me to go meet. A woman named Syndra Sylvain.
Pip Ponderowski, bard of the Brevi Art movement, was raised in Zobek at the metropolitan crossroads of trade and civilization.
That sounds like something we would love to help you with. Musharib, consider yourself hired.
Anita Kinami, Phaedon Pin, Kainshin Podokai, navigator to the Dark Messenger, valedictorian of Bemia's Academy of the Arcane Arts.
I have teleportation circle. They said anywhere but here. I can get you anywhere that's not here.
Raggle Rock, cleric to Cheng Di, is an orphaned dragonborn who has become a gnome in the name of God and good.
She would make us get the eye and then kill us all before we came back. I believe that with all my heart.
Sergeant Bluegill Billy of the Port Nyanzaru Authority is a native Batra born and raised by the Bluegills tribe of Chult.
I think I could raise Chompy. Easy, Chompy.
Captain Julian Alvari, the bloody mess of the Dark Messenger.
So if a two-man canoe is a goat, then we need 10 goats? We don't have 10 goats. I'm reasonably sure.
What villainous, whispered one, lies at the heart of the death curse? And who will return from its soul-mongering when the IronheartS of Midgard delve unto the Tomb of Annihilation?
Welcome back. So, just a little friendly reminder to my IronheartS here. You guys have lots of player handouts out there, but I would remind you, you've got some personal quests. So you can find those in the player handouts quest section. I encourage you to do so while I go over a recap here. The IronheartS arrived in Nyanzaru more than 17 days ago. It has been more than 7 days since the fall of Nyanzaru to the giant Hydra. You have survived leyline invoked weather events and monsters, monkey mishaps, body snatching zombies, the shrine of crocodile and man at Camp Righteous, nightmares. You have survived watching your friends and allies die or get struck by leyline lightning, including Alondra Featherly, Hugh Hackenstone, Claudius Caspius, Kid the Sailor, Undrill Silvertusk, and Lieutenant Rel. The IronheartS have survived the jungles of Chult, aided by the nature spirits called Chwinga, and you have finally made it to Camp Vengeance and ousted its corrupted leader, Commander Niles Breakbone Jr. It was on the last session of the IronheartS that you liberated Camp Vengeance, fast-traveled to Bluegill tribe at Lake Luo, and encountered giants. It was in the early morning that Julian, using invisibility painted on him by Pip, infiltrated the command tent of Commander Niles Breakbone Jr., where Julian kicked a crate of dancing monkey fruit from the tent and cried out in a shrill voice, "Oh my goodness, there's dancing monkey fruit in the command tent of Niles Breakbone Jr." And Pip joined in. "Sounds like we need a change in leadership. We should put it to a vote." With the camp crowd gathered around, Breakbone and his Lieutenant Firebeard were put to public trial by Pip, Billy, Julian, and Sister Dias. Flustered, traumatized by grief, and addicted to dancing monkey fruit, the despot Breakbone failed to make a strong case for his defense and resorted to wielding his rapier. Upon doing so, Firebeard abandoned Breakbone's side and found no friends among the revolutionaries, and admitted that he will answer for his crimes, and beseeched Breakbone to do the same. And Breakbone did not. Billy happily stated he's fixing to break bones. So Breakbone called for all those that will stand by him to do so, and no one did. Pip gave a final speech asking Breakbone to see himself as part of the camp, not above it. And Niles Breakbone Jr. finally gave in, falling to his knees and openly weeping, accepting defeat. It was Pernay and Artis who were released from their cells, and Breakbone and Firebeard took their places in them. Secret stashes of food was discovered and dispersed to the people. Pernay revealed that Artis Cimber and his friend, nicknamed Dragonbait, were imprisoned for wanting to leave the camp without promising not to reveal its location. And Breakbone Jr. killed Dragonbait for snooping into his command tent. A night of celebration and revelry was held, and some of the Ironhearts did not sleep alone. Parashar insisted on finding the Dryad of Chult. Artis Cimber introduced himself to the Ironhearts. He and his friend Dragonbait, who was killed, were traveling the jungle in search of Lake Luo, where they know that the Dryad is. Artis believes that traversing Chult will be easier if the Dryad of Chult is on their side. Julian invited Artis to join them to Lake Luo. Pip, aware of the Death Curse's effects, is quick to remind everyone of the race against time they are in to save Charon and the others that are afflicted. Pip left behind a pamphlet manifesto for Camp Vengeance, and Parashar instructed the camp to be kind to the forest. The Chewinga spirit of Lieutenant Rel teleported the Ironhearts immediately to Lake Luo. It was in this portion of Chult that the weather is unbearably hot, the climate emulating the plane of day in Midgard's cosmos. Billy immediately recognized the surroundings as his old Lake Village tribe, Bluegill. Bluegill and the Ironhearts met Bluegill Achille, a turtle humanoid who says it's been 50 years since he last saw his brother Billy. Proceeding into the village, the Ironhearts met Bluegill Mississippi, Bluegill Stinky being out on a hunt. Algae cakes were served to Billy and his friends in a giant hut, and as more residents gathered, Julian recognized some humans as they entered, former crewmates of his, of the Harbinger of Death. Julian resisted the urge for violence. A conversation was had between his old friends, wherein Julian told the short version of his story following the mutiny and whirlpool that befell their former ship. The crewmates relayed to Julian that the whirlpool that took him also took the ship and crash landed it from the skies into the jungles of Chult. The mutinied were forced to work with the mutineers to survive. But Ilak Jaharwan and Captain Zephyr Zamora left in the jungle in the opposite direction from their crash site and never returned or were heard from again. The crew are only alive, they relayed to Julian, because of the bluegill tribe that took them in. Bluegill Chili, the local druid, chimes in that she has been in communication with the Dryad of Chult, who is imprisoned in the lake, thanks to Raz Nisi, the leader of the Yuan-Ti. The imprisonment of the Dryad has led to the jungle becoming even more dangerous. Parashar inquired, "Where is this Raznisi?" Chili stated she believes the Yuan-Ti live in hidden settlements throughout Chult and are also seeking the lost city. If the city is discovered, the Yuan-Ti are likely to follow. The Yuan-Ti used to rule all of Chult, but their cities now lie in ruins across the land. I'm going to insert a little flashback here, something I forgot to do at our fast pace during the last session. A flashback to Bluegill Billy meeting his brother after 50 years, Bluegill Killy, who gives to him an ornate shield with Bluegill tribe accoutrement and accessories on it. And it has been passed down, Killy says to you, Billy, from generation to generation within the Bluegill tribe, and he wants you to have it. Meanwhile, in the background, Bluegill Gallaghy is smashing fruit for a crowd while this is happening. So, Ronnie, I already added that to your character sheet. For Bluegill Billy, you now have a +3 shield equipped.
Cool. Awesome.
Content with the information gathered, Parashar summoned their Chawinga friend so the Ironhearts can travel to the Lost City. However, the Chawinga can only take them close to their destination, not directly to it. The Ironhearts got to know artist Simber a bit, who claimed to be working for the Harpers of Liberty to free the Dryad of Chult. The Harpers of Liberty is a guild dedicated to individual liberty and the preservation of knowledge. The same guild Rago Rock's mother was a member of. Parashar at this point has lost patience, and seeing Artis isn't telling the whole truth, picks him up and says, "What are you not telling us?" Artis reveals his secret mission: to reunite with his wife, Alisanda. Artis reveals that the Dryad of Chult will be able to help him in doing this. So the Ironhearts continued towards Omu, stopping briefly at the wreck of the Dark Harbinger, Julian's old seafaring ship that seems to have wrecked into the jungles of Chult from the sky. A note left by Captain Zephyr Zamora details that they left for supplies and apparently never returned. Further into their travels, the Ironhearts can hear booming voices in the distance. Droofy, where's Simber? We've been searching for months. It's too damn hot here. Shut up, fools. I hear something. Maki, go see what it is. Hiding behind the trees that are suddenly ripped from the ground, a giant standing over 50 feet tall discovers the Ironhearts. I found something, Droofy. It's Simber. Wielding a sword 60 feet long, the giant makes an attack at Artist Simber before the Ironhearts have a chance to prevent violence, and combat ensues. Parashar takes the initiative, roots and leaves growing from him as he doubles in size and alters the terrain immediately around him. His giant branch-like arms swing his halberd around violently as he attacks the fire giant, attacking Simber. The Ironhearts attack the giant Maki, chipping away at his health, and Simber manifests an icy ring on his hand and shoots a cone of cold at the giant. Just when Pip is ready to take action, he is stopped by the voice of Dagon in his ears, instructing him to hold out his hands. Within the Feywild, in the lush lands that were once the Blightwood, Dagon stands at the base of the world tree, Alvatrod, and immediately next to him, standing not taller than his knee, is a small spirit of nature. Black body, white mask, the symbol of an iron heart on its forehead, a snake symbol for an eye, and an order of the gauntlet fist for the other eye. Dagon, you have come to learn this nature spirit is a Chwinga, and the speechless creature has led you here. As you approach, you see the form of a dryad walk from the tree to greet you. Before you, Dagon, is the young dryad, Syrah. She appears as a girl with green skin, possum fur covering her chest and waist, her elbows and knees, her ankles and wrists. She has a long possum tail, mousy possum ears, whiskers, and a childlike face, which has an unnatural mix of omniscience, wisdom, sorrow, and innocence. Born from the heart of the dryad Persia, when you and the Ironhearts defeated Fenthras and restored the world tree Alvatrod, this is the first time you've seen her since. Dagon Lochthwain, thank you for meeting me. I know you worry for your friends in Midgard, and without the ley lines of Midgard, you have no way of traversing the shadow roads to reunite with them there. But fate has kept your connection to the one Pip Ponderowski, and in a way, you are always with them. Remain strong. You know that they have been beset by death, despair. It is the cycle of things, and where there is death comes rebirth. The Mother Dryad has asked me to deliver a gift to you, and I ask you to deliver it to your friend in Chult. Pip, you feel the presence of Dagon as magic and fate materializes something in your hands. Appearing in your hand is what at first seems to be an iron acorn, but upon closer inspection you recognize it as a slow heartbeat. This is a small dryad heart. Emblazoned on it, you see many runes and symbols, among them the Ironheart symbol, Lieutenant Rel's dog tag insignia, a fist of the Order of the Gauntlet, a Matsin snake, and Shiva, the clockwork goddess. Pip, as you present this artifact to your friends, the Ironhearts feel compelled to touch it. Slowest and last to do so is Parashar, who feels a unique connection to it. Standing in a circle, the small heart begins to beat more rapidly. Ironwood roots begin to grow from it. It becomes too heavy to carry. Falling to the ground, you all witness the birth of a bipedal creature made of iron wood, its roots interweaving into two legs as it stands, its trunk springing branches like arms, vines wrapping the humanoid in armor, its growing face protruding antlers, its face a morphing wood recreation of first Amatzen, the snake, then Undril, the priestess, then the dragonborn Lieutenant Rel, before finally taking the form of this new creature, this reincarnation of the souls needed to spawn it. You all hear the voice of Shiva in your minds, the clockwork goddess you last heard and saw in Pip's painting at Undril's ritual in the igloo. IronheartS, with great personal sacrifice, you have returned Undril to the cycle of life and death. Now, finally, she returns to the cycle of rebirth. My child, born in shadow and bramble, your mother is the queen of dryads, who sends her love from the Feywild. Your father is the forest itself, who will always protect you. These are your brothers and sisters. They will need you to guide them, to love them, and in turn, they will do the same for you. Rise, Nerothera, and deliver the Ironhearts from the evil that lies within the tomb of Annihilation. And that is where we're going to pick up tonight's game. So you are all... Go ahead.
I thought for sure the way you said it sounded exactly like the way you close. So I thought you were gonna say, and that is where we'll leave it off tonight.
Yeah. Good job, everybody. Have a good night. See you next time.
But then my brain did a time check and it was like, there's no way he could. There's no way he could.
So you guys should see a nice little map here where our battle has left off. Pip, you drop the acorn. Shadow Bramble manifests itself. He's done his initiative roll. Ronnie, I think you had ducked out at the end of the last session, so I will need an initiative roll from you to put you in the order. And while you're doing that, Weston, you can think about what you want Pip to do on your turn.
Thank you. I've got a very curious kitten.
Pip, you can see immediately in front of you this creature, apparently called Shadow Bramble, apparently a brother or sister of yours. Parashar is in his tree form, difficult terrain all around him. The winter wolves, the fire giant, and the frost giant immediately in front of you. Julian still standing on the fire giant from his last slew of attacks. And a few feet from them, approximately 30 feet, Droofy, another frost giant, is in the distance. You have your turn. You've already dealt some damage to this giant. It started with like 250 HP. It's at 75 now. 175 now. What would you like to do?
Kick the crap out of him. Oh, sorry, it's Pip's turn.
Yeah, so I definitely don't want to fight giants, but if y'all are dug in and that's what we're doing, I want to be a good part of the team. So I guess I'm gonna try and hit these giants with something. Well, I think what I was planning on doing last session was making one of y'all big, and since Parashar already quite big, I figured that would be a pretty good idea. Unless y'all think it would be better for me to do that to Devin.
Hold on, wait. If you are gonna make me even bigger, you're obligated to say, "Make my monster grow."
I think that's true of any monster or creature he deigns to make big.
That's
Sorry,
true.
you're obligated to go full Rita Repulsa. It's the law.
Yep.
You know, this is a valid criticism of my play, and I take that to heart. Thank you for being so constructive with me. I am going. So I'm going to in my own way, because if you do remember from that reference, everyone kind of had their own way of making their monster grow. And well, me personally, what I do is I'm gonna throw paint at you. So I throw a bunch of paint at you, Parshar, and that paint essentially makes you big, makes you a bigger version of you. I'm gonna throw that in the chat here. There you go.
Just as
So-
long as the paint's non-toxic, you know.
So Parashar, who started out kind of like already on the limits of what medium is, grew to large with his own power, and now he's like eye to eye with these giants, 50 feet tall. Your Triceratops has become like a lapdog at this point, kind of like up to your knee, and maybe as long as you are tall, Parashar. And straight out of a TV show, you are the same size as these giants. You're able to go toe to toe with them.
Whoa.
Yes. And
Hell
cue
yeah.
the Power Rangers music.
We're working on the licensing. So yeah. A couple notes are different.
Legally distinct from Power Rangers music. Go.
10% different.
Super friendly, mighty fighters. Boom, boom, boom.
So, other than that, I'm going to use my bonus action to say a thing real quick, if that's all right.
Yep.
Or free action, whatever. Giants, I think it would be best if we tried to call this off, but y'all want to fight? We got to fight for you. Your call, buddy.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Persuasion. Oops.
The giant in the furthest from you, Droofy, calls out, "Simba, if you want these ones you call allies to live, surrender now. The Ring of Winter belongs to the giants. It belongs to Jarl Stormhold." And Pip, I'll go ahead and give you a moment to respond if you want.
Simber, I'll mediate this if you want to try and negotiate with these giants, but you better talk quick, boy.
Simber looks at you. "There's no negotiating with these giants. They want me dead. They'll take the ring at any price, and I like to live."
Well, I'm persuasive as hell, but I take that. Whatever you want.
Hey, Zach.
Cool.
Yes.
What level is he? The
You do not
Samir?
know about Artis Simber.
Yeah, artist. Yes.
You guys don't know any of his abilities or statistics, but so far you have seen him survive a 60-foot sword to the chest, pretty much. And
Okay.
you've seen him manifest a ring on his hand. I didn't do this in the recap, I should have. And then shoot a cone of cold from it. And then you've
Okay.
heard the giant say they're after something called the Ring of Winter.
Gotcha.
You don't know what level he is, but you know he's survived like 30 points of damage so far.
Thank you.
Droofy will take her turn. And she'll look at you, Pip, and she has these blue, sparkling, ice-like eyes in her 50-foot figure as she pulls out this giant great sword, 60 feet long. And she says, "Are you willing to give your life for this man, Simba?" And you must make a wisdom saving throw as her voice booms across the jungle and her eyes pierce at you.
Oh, sorry. Wisdom.
A
There it is.
wisdom saving throw.
Been a minute. I forgot where they were on the sheet. Sorry.
Right? Yeah, we're all a little bit rusty. It's okay.
I think Weston's rustiness is what this roll should be blamed on, and I think he should be allowed to roll again.
Yeah, the computer's rusty. Is what happened? Is the computer? See, it's rusty.
Do bards have the inspiration die to re-roll or anything? I don't know the bard
not
mechanics very
on their own saving throws. He can only give it to someone else.
Okay.
Pip, you are suddenly afraid. This giant is 5 stories tall, and her gaze and voice is directed at you. You are under the fear condition, which means you cannot move closer, and anytime you target her, you have disadvantage. Droofy then moves towards you guys. Parashar, she enters your difficult terrain. Tell me what happens.
I get an attack of opportunity. She moves at half speed, and if I hit her, she's gonna stop exactly where. Is it a she or a he? I don't know.
It's a she.
She's gonna stop exactly where she is if I hit. So I get attack of opportunity. Let me roll.
Go for it.
Character sheet. Character sheet.
Making these giant leaps, she stumbles across some roots in the ground that seem to be coming from Parashar as he takes aim with his halberd and lances it towards her.
Never find his attack roll. Halberd. Yes. Hit that. So that's the hit, I think.
And your attack hits the armor that she's wearing and shinks to the side, dealing no damage. However, the difficult terrain slows her down, and she does not reach her target, Artis Simber. She calls out, "Surrender, fools!" The top of the next initiative round, you all have a moment I will give you for a couple of words, one sentence, a little back and forth about what you guys want to do, if you have anything you want to say.
Okay, everyone, huddle up. Let's get in here. Pack tight.
Yeah, well, I'm
Chult,
standing
we
on
gotta
the fire
settle.
giant's armor or whatever, trying to stab him in the eyeballs.
If we're gonna try and take these on, I say we put Devin and Parashar up front, everyone getting back, and just try and ping them until they're dead.
Stay near me.
Yeah.
Every time they try to hit you, I get a free shot.
I can help the Artemis guy.
Maybe
I don't know. I
can shoot
really like
my
my
bow.
Shadows of the Colossus tactics I'm going for here.
No, it's okay.
Me
Captain,
too.
I know what I'm doing. I'm going to do this thing, and I'm going to run away, like we agreed.
Yeah, I like the cut of your jib there.
Yeah. Well, it's just like we do in practice. I mean, you know. Great, break. 1, 2, 3. High five. Anyone?
I think we should add Giant Slayer to our list of accomplishments here tonight.
Okay, I will make a note here. Accomplishments next to achievements. There we go.
I think
You know what?
that would be really cool on a resume, but what about Giant Rider? I'm just saying, what if they gave us a ride? That would be real cool.
You mean like before or after
Seem to
they
be
die?
in the transport business here today.
I'm just saying. Just propose it. Just spitballing. Sorry.
I didn't see the Uber sign on the back of their armor.
I
Don't think they're
think they
much
would
for
be more
ride
lift.
sharing.
I think it'd be more lift.
I just
You know
believe
what?
for the best in people.
I think I'm gonna put this fight on easy mode. Spirit Guardians.
Bluegill Billy, you and Chompy have the top of the initiative.
Oh wow! Does that mean it's our turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see any
Chompy looks
gods
at
up
you and
here
nods.
except me.
Hey Pip,
What's
Hey,
up,
Pip.
buddy?
can you make Chompy really big so he could go over there and bite their hands?
I can make him one more big, which would make him like double, essentially, the big
Are
he
you-
is already.
Look,
are
that'd
you
be some
already
fascinating
making-
role reversal. To
Are-
have somebody stomping on the giants instead
Weston?
of the reverse.
Did you already enlarge Matt's character?
Oh yeah, it is concentration, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I almost forgot. No, it is. No, yes, it is. Sorry, 1 minute concentration.
Come here, sweetie. Come on.
So I can't do multiple at one time. But yeah, unfortunately, you know what I could do? I could no, I need to concentrate. Yeah, so
I can only help one person, so I could either help Artemis or I could help Chompy. What level's Chompy?
7.
C7? Well, does he? I don't know. I
I'll
need a
check.
ruling for back on that.
Let me check. Oh,
Oh.
Okay, I lied.
Chompy's
I
vulnerable.
really can't help Chompy.
okay. Well, you might have to sit this one out, Chompy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Chompy about to get one shot.
Yeah. Go over there and bother someone else.
He can offer moral support.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Be
know,
our
if you think
moral
about
support,
it,
Chompy.
Did you teach him a cheer?
only thing he really knows how to do is bite.
Yeah, he bites your leg, Billy, for good luck.
I mean, isn't too different from rat. So, you should be able to figure it out.
Maybe I'll try to shoot my bow and bink one of these giants in the eye.
I like it. Are you going to aim for the frost giant who has taken no damage, or the fire giant Maki, which is in the thick of it and already been attacked?
The frost. Frost giant. I'm gonna bink him in the eye.
Go for it.
All right.
You should be able to click on longbow at the top center of your character sheet. That'll hit, and you deal 7 piercing damage.
Yeah.
It kind of is like a toothpick in its eyelid, and it plucks it out. Brrr.
It's my next piercing.
All right.
Take that, giant. I got plenty of more where that's coming.
Great job, Billy.
And I think you've got another attack, so go for it again if you wish.
And now for the other eye.
Get him. Oh, shit.
And this one does go a little bit too high, and the giant just kind of moves its head to the side. And Billy, you do have bonus action, but I think you're out of your second winds. So unless you want to move, I believe that is your turn. You can tell me otherwise.
Yeah, I don't have a second win.
Okay. Did you want to move Billy at all, or stay where you are?
I'll stay right where I am. Thank you very much.
Parashard, you're planted in the ground. You're now triple the size you were when you began combat. You've got a fire and frost giant, 2 frost giants in front of you, a couple of winter wolves, Julian on the shoulder of the fire giant, Artist Simber at your side. What would you like to do?
I am going to. Let's see. I suppose I'm trying to think of a connection to Raggle that awakens that allows me to think about this, but I guess the hearkening danger of so many foes barreling down on us makes me think of him and the ally that I can feel in him, because he knows he could win. And so, using the connection that we have, I will reach out to attempt to summon spirit guardians using his ability vicariously.
Oh, okay, nice. So you can, on your character sheet, you should have, I think we had to add it manually, but you should be able to put in 2 points of exhaustion.
I thought it was hit die. That was the cost.
It began as hit die, but that was kind of broken, so we had to switch it to points. We had to switch it to points of exhaustion. Do you still want to do that?
Am I at 0 points of exhaustion?
You should be, yeah.
I don't know where the exhaustion meter is, but let's assume that. And then in that case, given the dire circumstances, I think it's worth it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I subtract the spell from Raggles or from
Yes.
mine?
Yeah, go
Raggles.
ahead and if you have Raggle's sheet up, go ahead and subtract the spell slot from there.
Yep.
I went ahead and added 2 points of exhaustion to Parashar.
Thank you.
And
Spell
if
slots,
you're
spell slots.
on Raggle's sheet, you can add. I'll make sure you have a spot for it. We'll add 2 points of exhaustion to him.
Oh, somebody closed my things.
Yep, sorry.
We're
Okay,
both looking at
you're
it right
good.
now.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
so
good.
spells,
I went in.
level 3.
I will let you
Spirit
know
Guardians.
Raggle only needs 2 more points of exhaustion before he dies of exhaustion.
Right, the 4th one kills anybody, right?
The 6th one kills. He's at 4 out of 6.
Oh, Nike. Okay, well, good to know.
Yeah.
2 out of 6 and 4 out of 6. Okay.
Yeah, those tiny huts have been taking their toll on Raggle off screen, so to speak.
Just thoughts. Hopefully, I can implement it later. All right, so I summon the Spirit Guardian. Shall I click the button for the
Yes.
damage?
Yes, please, or at least for the thing in chat.
Oh, the thing in
on
chat.
Raggle.
Okay.
Yeah, on Raggle's character sheet, so I can
Let me do
recall
the
all those
chat
particulars.
also. It should be this, right? There it is. So 15-foot radius around the character.
Okay.
It's concentration for 10 minutes. It deals 3d8 necrotic or radiant, depending on if they're aligned good or evil. It's your choice if you're neutral. And
Okay.
they appear basically the way you want them to appear. They look like what you want them to.
But the real question is, are you upcasting it? Instead of a 3rd level, are you going to burn a bigger spell slot, have spicier guardians?
You know what? Why don't we level 7 this?
Do it.
Why not? Let's go. Level
Fulfill
7
your
Spirit Guardians.
destiny.
Well, hold
Do
on
it.
1 second. Hold on,
Do
time out.
it.
What level 7 spells do you have?
Firestorm.
Because I think Firestorm's gonna do a bit more than an upcasted thing.
So 3d8 plus 4 would be 4d. No, 7d8. 7d8 versus 7d10.
Oh, but
Okay,
the
78, but
One is
how
a
often do
single
those...
cast, and the
Yeah.
other is like every turn for
I
10
forgot Spirit
minutes.
Guardians was insanely powerful. So
It's bonkers.
yeah.
Really good.
Okay.
They're about to get like we're calling down some guardians with lightsabers right now, and they're just like in this next round. They're like facing
light
outwards and
chain sabers.
slowly spiraling each other, coming around me. And this
So, yeah.
very ominous like holy music starts playing.
Yeah. And what's crazy about this is Raggle Rock is currently a gnome somewhere else. It calls his ancestors, which are Dragonborn, and they summon around Parashar, who is technically a bugbear but looks more like a tree. So all of these Dragonborn wielding chainsaws, these spirits, these ghosts start to apparate around Parashar.
Oh, I recognize those chainsaws.
And they look bigger.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
nice.
For each level up, yeah, I think it's 1d8 additional. So if we went from 3 to 7, that's 4d8 more damage per hit.
Yeah, so a total of 7.
This is gonna smart.
All right. Any bonus actions or movement?
Oh, I can barely move. As my bonus action, I'm going into Tunnel Fighter stance, and I'm going to stay in that stance. Or basically, I'm using my bonus action every time for that.
Yep.
and then that's it. I'm just like putting up my halberd in front of me, like, come on. But in his voice, come on. And then 1 minute later, he finishes.
I like how you're putting your gigantism to use by summoning a spell from Raggle.
Ready to.
Now
Well,
that
yeah,
I'm
it
big,
actually makes the radius massive. Just insane. They can't. You guys just huddle under me like little protecting little creatures. I'll protect you.
I hadn't even thought about that.
And they get in my. They can get under me, can't they?
You're a tree.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they're
No-
spirits.
no one-
I don't see why not.
I would like to
look
preserve my
at-
dignity and not use the shelter offered by your loincloth.
Yeah. Well,
I have no
technically,
desire to venture under there.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm not wearing a loincloth. I'm all tree at this point.
I see your trunk. It's a dick joke.
AFK, quickly go. Shane, AFK sees all of the happenings around you. What would you like to do?
I want to ask a question. I have
Yeah,
a
of
17
course.
and the little wolves have 18. So are the wolves going first or should I roll? Or should I go with it?
Turn order.
Oh, good point of order here. You can go
yeah, I
first
don't know
for
what happened.
honesty.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If you want them to go first, I'll do that. But otherwise, you can go.
Do something spicy.
Okay, I'd ask
Make me invisible.
No. I'd ask Artemis just real quick if he's okay with spells on him. Are you okay with spells?
Anything but polymorph.
Anything but polymorph. Okay. Spells.
Monomorph is fine, but polymorph, that's too many.
Oh, that's right. 5th level and aboves they cost extra.
Don't worry about it for today. I'm
don't
thinking
worry
about
about it
taking that. Yeah, I'm thinking about
okay.
taking that one back.
Oh. Wow. Shoot. Okay. Da, 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 da. Let me just look at this real quick here and see if this is.
Yeah, I had the house rule that a spell of 5th level or higher or certain class powers would instill a point of exhaustion, but I'm thinking about rolling that one back, so don't worry about it today.
Okay. I need just to do this measurement here. Ruler. 20. Are they overlapping Droofy and the other giant, or are they like?
There is a bit of overlap. They're like shoulder to shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, like you know how when boxers get kind of tired and they end up in a boxing hug? That's kind of how I imagine it, but they weren't fighting each other.
It's called a clinch, bro. Okay?
No,
is
it looks like a
this-
boxing hug. That's what it is.
Is this corner right here? In that left giant space?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and whip out an ice storm here. It's a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, doesn't matter. And I will get how do I do this right here? Yeah. 10, 15, 20 to there. You see that, Zach? So this should hit pretty much all of them, I think.
Is it going to hit Julian as well? Or is there a
No.
way to avoid that?
I avoid it because I'm evocation. Hold on 1 second.
What was the radius? 15?
20 feet.
20. Okay.
Yeah, after order.
Yeah, that'll hit all the bad guys. And
Mhm,
Parashar and
with
Julian are also
and
missing.
with evocation, I can choose up to 5 targets to not be
5.
affected
Okay,
by
cool.
the evocation.
Oh, moist spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so none of your
I mean,
3 allies will be targeted by it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And let me just drop this down. -1. And then submit. So they need to make dexterity saving throws. And take 16, 13, 14, 19. And then the entire area is now difficult terrain. So any movement in there is half speed.
Okay.
Yep. If they save, they make a dexterity saving throw. Half as much damage on a save. And the whole area is difficult terrain. And then for my movement, I'm going to go join Chompy here and tell him he's a good boy. And give him, yeah. And AFK is going to try to show him how to cheer for the team. Gonna start working on the moves, the clapping, and that'll be my turn. Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Rah rah ree, kick him in the knee.
Go ahead.
Rah rah ras. Rah rah rah. Oh, close.
Kick him in the other knee.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Oh boy. If I can open my page, there it goes. Let's see. Oh boy. Hey, that's not bad.
Chompy goes to bite you, stops for a second, looks up at you, retracts, and ponders what you're trying to teach him.
This is getting a little bluegill silly. You know what I'm saying, bluegill Billy?
You can say that again.
Bluegill silly.
As this ice storm congregates immediately above the giants and their winter wolves, they all cannot move in time as this sleet storm pounds ice and hail onto them. They all failed their saving throws. They take the full damage of the effect. They're now covered in ice. They have roots in the ground impeding their movement. They're in double difficult terrain, which I guess is a thing now. And the winter wolves will take their turn.
And then the wolves will take the radiant, right? Because they take it at the beginning of their turn.
Good reminder. Thank you. Yes. Raggle Rock, what do I have to save against? And what is my saving throw roll?
Let me remind myself even. It has been a while. So Ice Storm is there.
Looks like a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw on a fail takes
7 7d10 or 7d8. Go ahead and make your damage roll on that.
all right.
I think you already did. It was
7.
up.
That was incorrectly cast as a 3rd level.
Okay.
Yeah, 7d8.
So let me pull it up. Characters, spells, Spirit Guardians. Spirit Guardians at level 7.
Oh my gosh. Look at that shiny one.
Oh. Oh dear.
I'm confused. So that's to hit?
7 plus 16. No, it's just dealing the damage. It's 7 plus 16, which is 23. So a total of 23 damage.
24 with the one he rolled for Divine Strike.
I don't
Divine
think
Strike
that applies.
is for melee attacks.
Oh,
otherwise, I wouldn't have applied it. No worries. So at the beginning of their turn, the Winter Wolves are attacked by spectral dragon guardians wielding chainsaws. White fur and blood shooting into the air. Parashar, I believe you have something that activates additionally at the beginning of your turn since they're in your difficult terrain.
In my difficult terrain at the beginning of my turn,
At the beginning of their turn, do you get attacks of opportunity or do they have to move?
they have to move or attack one of my allies.
Okay, well, they're about to attack you or an ally. One of them's
Doesn't do
about to
anything
attack
if they
Artis.
if they move.
Oh, okay.
I get to hit them, or if they attack an ally within 5 feet of me, 5 feet of me, I get to hit them.
Sure. So one of them's going to attack Artis Simber. You can go ahead and do your reactionary attack against that one.
Oh yeah!
This is for the Sentinel feat?
It's either Sentinel
this is
or
for his. I think it's for his like fighting stance thing.
it's either Tunnel Fighter or Sentinel, one of those two.
Yeah, he's got some crazy builds.
Yeah, if you have to burn your reaction, then I think you can only get one of them. But
Nope.
His fighting stance gives him unlimited number of reactions.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's the nicest thing I've ever heard.
So he just stands in one place, big tree branch arms, halberd swings at anyone who moves or attacks within that area.
There's a couple drawbacks. I can only move 5 speed. So anybody who's ranged can destroy me.
All right, so
I was trying
go
to
ahead and
get
make an attack roll against that Winter Wolf.
Yes, attack roll. Core, halberd swing,
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
and a hit. Right between the eyes.
And you should be able to just click on the halberd that's in chat to
Yes.
get damage on that.
You
nice.
shall not pass.
So this Winter Wolf is hailed by the hail and then attacked by your halberd swing as it makes its attack against Artis Simber. That will hit, dealing 13 damage to him as it takes a bite out of him.
What's the yellow radius?
The yellow is your difficult terrain. The green is your spirit guardians, and the blue is the ice storm.
Gotcha.
The other Winter Wolf is going to attack you, Parashar.
Wait. Oh, at the beginning of my turn, I regenerate some hit points. Very small amounts, like 6 or 7. But I'm at full.
Oh, I thought you just got temporary HP. Nice.
Or yeah, I regenerate the temporary.
Oh, okay.
It's equal
either
to
way,
my. Go ahead.
Either way, it's a miss. The Winter Wolf goes to attack you and just hits one of the branches that you don't care about, ripping it off.
Ah, joke's on you. That wasn't my arm.
If you're drunk.
That's stupid.
Hmm. The frost giant, which has yet to be named, is going to move outside of all of this ice and chainsaw wielding and roots in the ground. As it moves, Parashar, you get an attack of opportunity.
Does it also take the radiant damage for starting the turn? Did that already happen?
If it is starting its turn within 15 radius of me, then yes, it should take that. Or it has to roll wisdom saving throw first.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Good call, Shane.
There are 3 layers of difficult terrain right now. There is the Spirit Guardians, there is the roots at their feet, and then there's also the Ice Storm.
Well, it's also the fact that Spirit Guardians is a weird spell where it doesn't do damage when you cast it. It does damage on their turn, so it's odd.
No, good call. Yes, as he's retreating, chainsaws take some licks at him, and Parashar, you still get your attack of opportunity.
All right. Attack. Did you clip for the damage on the chainsaws, or do you want me to do that too?
I already did that.
Okay.
I'm just sticking to the one roll, so it's 23 every time.
Oh, but it was such a crappy roll. But all right.
I'm sorry, that's how it goes.
No problem. Where's that halberd button? Halberd, smash.
Yep, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. All right. As the frost giant is moving out of the way, it scoops out of the ground a big boulder and hucks it at you, Parashar.
Mommy.
Looks like Simber has some tough friends. That's an attack roll of 17. I don't think that's going to hit.
I think it will. My armor's not that high.
Nice.
Are you factoring in your my enlarge spells increases to your hits and your?
He's not.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
It's an additional D4 on your damage rolls. I'll go ahead and retro 1D4, but it's too late for the other one.
Oh, I didn't know that. Anything for armor? Does it buff armor
You have
at all?
advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. I don't think there's an increase in your DC now.
Right. So at 17, I'll definitely get hit.
Okay, so you take 16 bludgeoning damage as this boulder rocks
1,
you.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16. 16
And
damage
that's
has
an
been taken.
additional 1 damage for being large against that giant. Sean, Shadow Bramble, you manifest in the midst of combat among the people you recognize as brothers and sisters, the words of your mother and your goddess ringing in your ears. You know what to do. What would you like to do?
He'd like to do what he knows he needs to do.
Let's do this. So I'm gonna go. Can I go try to hide behind Parashar?
Yeah, absolutely. I just
What?
love the idea of let's do this, and then hides.
All right. So yeah. And I'll try to do a stealth.
Go for it. And who are you targeting?
The frost giant that moved out of range.
As you take aim at the frost giant, you see the frost giant get eyes on you, and you see Droofy looking at you. However, the fire giant seems preoccupied.
All right. Can I go after the fire giant then?
Yeah, at the last minute, you switch targets.
All right.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Nice first roll. Jeez.
Hey,
Hadouken!
Yowza!
it's looking up.
My skills are paying off.
Click that button like a champ.
All right. So 33, 47 damage.
Ow.
Let's go.
Put me to shame.
So what do we see?
Yeah. So you see Shadow Bramble kind of almost meld into like the roots of Parashar to kind of stealth in with all the camouflage in with him, and then Longbow on his arm just looses this arrow that goes straight into his eye.
Well done. I think that's your turn. Any other movement?
Nope, that's it.
And
I'd say
he rips.
well, but I can't see you.
He rips the arrow out, and this spurt of blood comes out of his eye, and he tosses it to the side.
I like your style.
Don't like this tree. The fire giant immediately makes 2 attacks against you, Parashar. Woof. One miss, and then 1 hit for 25 damage.
All right. Ouch. Sitting at
You guys can
73
see
HP now.
Droofy, these guys are annoying. And in the back, you guys can hear Musharib, and he just says like, I'm right here. Help, go IronheartS. And he's just like sitting on Devin's back.
Huzzah.
Ju-
We've just begun to be annoying.
You haven't seen phase
All right.
2 of what I can do.
So Julian, through this whole round of attacks, has somehow managed to keep a hold of the fire giant's armor and stay on his shoulder, and is about to make the best out of this position and shove a couple of swords right in his eyeballs.
Yes. Randomly
So,
attack us, will you?
Raven Wings coming at him thrice. So that's 1 poke. This is a lot easier on my home computer with 2 monitors. There we go. Arr. A 1 and a 2 and a 3. And then I'm going to shove my poison short sword in your ear.
I like this guy's style.
So he's got his wyvern poison short sword in his offhand. And he's going to use its poison charge to... Assuming he hits with it. That will hit. And see if there's anything I can add to all that. Oh, so close. We've just begun to be annoying.
So Julian is just up there, like, wrecking this guy's face. You just see blood spurting out. He hits the jugular of this giant, blood spurting out. The giant is on death's door.
What's it like to pick on someone your own size?
You're so
tell
clever.
him, Julian.
All right, Julian, what would you like, or party, what would you like Devin to do, if anything?
I think
Devin.
Devin could do some pretty solid trampling of a wolf or two.
Oh, is Devin still like a level, pretty low level?
Devin is, as I recall, more combat capable than Chompy.
Yeah, he's got
Although
a
looking
little
at his
AC.
character sheet, it looks like it's a fresh character sheet with 10s in every stat and just level 1.
Oh, I see it. His AC's 13. He's currently got, well, he has 95 hit
Roll
points.
20's being weird.
Yeah, I couldn't stand it if Chompy or Devin were hurt. But yeah, they're probably gonna be fine. It's okay. Let's try and trample some wolves. Oh,
Let's trample a wolf.
I was gonna try and throw an area of effect into a very tight window, so nobody move past like right around here. I can't make the clicky. Let me make the clicky. There we go. I'm trying to put it so that it's like right in this corner, so that we get all this area. It's a 60-foot area of effect. I'm trying to do shatter on my next turn, so just keep that area clear.
So it looks like it's all difficult terrain. If you are going to move Devin, he can only move 5 spaces.
No.
He can move 25 feet. So he could potentially move right up to where you clicked. But then he would be within the shatter range, depending on where you put that. So It's up to you guys. And Musharib is still on his back.
Yeah. I'm fine to just let him sit there. Does anybody have any complaints?
None from me.
So in that case, Devin takes a defensive position. He'll use the dodge action. Anyone that attacks him has disadvantage on their attack. Simber, meanwhile, and Pip, you'll be up after this, faces off against the Winter Wolf directly in front of him.
Cool. Bookmark. What a mysterious name.
And slays the beast with this dagger that he pulls out that has this kind of long tassel on it with a little ice cube at its end. Shank, shank, shank. And mercilessly destroys the beast. Blood spattered on him. He looks up at the giants and says, I will never give up this ring. You're in over your heads for once, giants.
Oh, I get it because they're big.
Best retreat. And he looks at the rest of you, a smirk on his face. Pip, your turn.
Yep. Well, kind of like Babe Ruth, I called this one. I was getting the range and the area of effect confused though. So I actually have 60 feet of casting, but only a 10-foot radius, which will be fine to get at least a couple of these friends or not friends, whatever. Thank you. How I do grab it? Oh. That's what's going on. I have all my tabs right above it, so it's like glitching out. Julian's not in that, is he?
Yes, he's right on top of the giant.
Yeah, I'm on the fire giant's shoulder.
Okay. Well then, that doesn't get the wolf, but it gets Droofy and the other giant.
Yep.
And not Julian. Okay. Then I will cast my spell with a flourish. Pip does a full 360 with his brush above his head. When he whips it around, a big thunder wave comes off of it, heads directly at these two ne'er-do-wells. I don't think I did very good. Well, oh,
I don't think it did bad at all.
well, thank you.
You didn't hit me with it, so.
Oh, baby. You're muted, Zach.
Returns.
Zach, you're muted.
As you do your flourish, Pip, blood spurts from the eyes, the nose, the ears, every orifice of the fire giant as his head explodes. The body wavers, Julian keeping balance on it as it falls to the ground.
Oh dear.
Can I use a free action to wipe the blood out of my eyes?
Yes. Pip, any bonus or free action for you?
Well, that was a lot. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I got a saber tooth I'm fighting off IRL. No, I will kind of just gasp a little bit at the amount of violence that I just inflicted upon this large person. You know, it's not often that Pip does things that kill giant people, so he's kind of even surprised at his own ability here. And
You're earning yourself a promotion.
For a second. Oh.
The other two giants. The other two giants look stunned, and you see a sorrow flash across the face of the frost giant. Maki! Droofy looks at you all, looks at the dead wolf, at the dead Maki fire giant beside him, and at his fire giant friend, and he holds up a hand. Hold! She holds up a hand. Hold!
Oh, now you feel like talking. Yeah, that's what it takes.
And she is extremely frustrated, glaring at Artist Simber. You have chosen your allies well, Simber. And he holds up the dagger and looks at you all. And he's like, yeah, I guess so. What now, Droofy? She snarls back at you all. We will leave you be if you promise the same.
I literally don't know what's happening. If y'all have some beef that y'all need to squash or whatever, but we just got caught in the middle of it. I never intended for any of y'all to die. It's not how I wanted things to work out, but y'all were hot-blooded and came in trying to kill us. Trying to kill Artist Simber, who, granted, we just met, but if y'all had some kind of issue, I would have loved to try and work that out with y'all.
Do you know that you are protecting a thief?
Yeah, who cares about stealing stuff? What did he steal from you? This ring? This ice ring?
Steal our lives.
That one Artist Simber has held the Ring of Winter for more than 100 years. It was made by giants. It is for giants, not you little pipsqueak mortals.
Well,
I look that one straight in the eye and say, "Pipsqueak."
Well, hold on, because That's a valid criticism. Artist, how do you want to respond to that? This man says that, or this woman has said that you have stolen a heirloom to their people. That sounds rather disrespectful. What is your intentions? Do y'all already have this worked out? Why am I here?
Unless Artis has to pick up that ring with both hands, I think we can just kind of self-evidently see that it's not exactly a giant heirloom. Is it in fact human ring sized? Or is it like a basketball hoop?
Most artifacts of giant design are made for any wielder of any size. The fact that artist took it upon himself to steal it and it refit itself for his meager little hand means nothing, foolish one.
Well, I applaud your devotion to accessible design. I think it may have been unwise for a giant heirloom that's exclusively supposed to be used by giants. Perhaps you should reconsider that in any future crafting projects you undertake.
I mentioned that to our. I know.
Yeah, tradition is really a trap. You ought to just, let go of it, my friend. Tradition, it's going to bring you nothing but harm. Make your own traditions. Start new ones. That's the way to go, my opinion.
Some traditions among giants never die, like the tradition of slaying any kraken or its agents. And the giant Droofy glares at you, Julian. For instance, if you claimed an allegiance with Slarkrathel, you would be an enemy of all giants.
I think you should go now and pay us heed for our sacrifice.
Just remember, the one you protect is not an innocent. And Droofy takes the body of Maki and drags it to the side. And they make room for you to pass.
And I will say, as we walk by, I suppose we're walking forward, none of us will leave this life innocent.
We should all just get on top of Parashar or Devon and just kind of walk slowly away. So as I'm climbing up the tree that is Parashar, my friend, I maybe suggest, Simber, I understand you got your reasons, but maybe after you conclude this getting your wife back business, you could give them their heirloom back. I think it would mean a lot to them. Maybe try and heal this wound inflicted by this harm that you've essentially done. I don't know. Just a suggestion. Think about it. I'm here to talk if you ever wanna.
Simber looks at you, glaring, and for the blink of an eye, you see his visage change, covered in ice, his skin blue, wrinkles forming, his skin taut like against a skull. And he says, "Never."
We've already concluded he's not Yuan Ti, right? Okay.
I don't know if you've concluded he's not Yuan-Ti, but you've done your insight checks. He's told the truth. He seems to have good intentions, etc., etc.
Getting kind of a Gollum vibe about this ring, though.
Yeah, Gollum mixed with Mr. Freeze.
What killed the dinosaurs? The One Ring, apparently.
It was Parashar.
Droofy and her frost giant friend mourn the loss of their friend and make room for you to pass.
All aboard.
Yeah, let's get to passing.
I assume everyone's silence means that's just okay, and that's what we're doing.
Oh, I was thinking about what to say.
I'm
Probably just mumble
pro-passing.
some stuff about the forest will feed well tonight or something like that for days to come.
That's some cold shit, dude.
Forest first, man. Gotta have priorities.
Note to self: never bring Parashar to a funeral.
Oh my goodness.
So you guys make a little distance. You can feel the exhaustion of your continued travels begin to take root. You've been traveling for more than 24 hours. Musharib speaks up. We should take shelter, friends, and see who this new friend is. Perhaps talk to the one artist Simba more.
I
As we
think taking
should.
a little break wouldn't be a bad idea at all. We need to regather our senses and plan our trip into the Lost City. Because we are close, friends. We are very, very close. Closer than probably anyone's been in some time without them knowing it.
Aye, before we go to the Lost City, it would be wise to rest. Probably a long rest.
And
Captain.
on that note,
Period.
Parashar
Appropriate to recharge our spells and whatnot.
will comment that he's feeling tired and say, "Yes, I too am," and then almost as if he's knocking out, kind of like fall on his knees, and then at this point, if it's possible, I don't know how this exchange mechanism works, but I'd like him to swap out with Raggle. So he's tired and he's weakened, and he falls to his knees, and then sort of in his weakness, he allows himself to be swapped out with Raggle.
Okay, before we do that, does anyone, as you guys are getting ready to rest, you see Parashar collapse, a Chewinga spirit appears, and the forest seems to fold around it. The trees make a little shelter for you guys. Rocks start stacking themselves, trees start bending, and a little hut kind of makes itself around you guys. You have a small wilderness long rest that you can take. And as Parashar passes out asleep, we'll come back to that, Matt. Is there anything you guys want to say or do, for instance, with Artist Simber or with this shadow bramble that has apparated?
Yeah,
I'm awake.
So Simber speaks up then, and he says, "I'm sure you all have many questions," and he flashes his hand where he's holding the ring of winter on his wedding ring finger.
I have a question. Actually, I don't have a question. It looks like we're all alive. Please continue.
Yeah,
I'm sure many of you.
I don't know how many questions I have. You just kind of look like a real fucking dick right now.
And why is that, Pip?
I mean, I don't know how quickly you are to just deal out death and judgment so as you have just done, but I would have preferred that we not do that. Those people seemed fairly reasonable, and you kind of came off like the unreasonable one. I don't know if you noticed, other than the fact that they did attack first. You seemed the least interested in trying to negotiate or mediate the conflict that could have killed all of us if you weren't very luckily with some very, very dangerous people. But that in mind, we are very, very dangerous people, and we would like maybe you to calm the fuck down sometimes. Maybe explain yourself a little bit. I didn't trust you since day one, and I'm sorry that this is rearing its ugly head once again. But that could have been solved a lot better, my opinion.
Wait, Captain, his name is Artis?
Yeah.
Goodness, I've been calling him Artemis this whole time. Please don't tell him.
Make no mistake, Pip, IronheartS. Evil forces are after this ring. And its presence alone puts you in danger. I'm sorry to keep this from you, but this ring was given to me by Alessandra, and she herself took it from the giants. Hundreds, thousands of years ago. They have sought it since. I will tell you something, Pip, since you care about life. It is the only thing keeping me alive. Once I remove this ring, the hundreds of years that I have spent owning it will catch up with me, and my mortal life will end. I only wear it because the one who gave it to me has no such burden to carry. She is now beyond life and death. She lived and died hundreds of years ago. And it is only because she gave her life for this forsaken land that we knew nothing of. It is only because she gave her life that I still carry it. You've already heard of Mesro here in Chult. It lies in ruins now. But the truth is, she still lies there. Many people do. It's a secret I carry, and now you carry too. This ring, though crafted by giants, does not belong to them.
Well, you
The
know what they
usual
say,
colonial
Artis.
narrative, These darn savages, they can't handle their own tools.
Yeah,
Oh, my
possession is
goodness.
9/10 of the law.
The giants were the first to discover, to create runes and enchantments in Midgard. Many of the magics that we use every day are because of their ingenuity, their ability for the arcane. I will never give up this ring.
Well, never would be an accurate way to put it, because as soon as you take it off, you do die. So if you do give it up, you would technically still have never given it up because you would die. You see what I mean? Never kind of means that you are alive, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I guess your corporeal form would still exist. Anyway, my point is, Yeah, I don't know. That your monologue didn't make me feel much better about you. I kind of wish we just left you in the dust, and you seem kind of like just an unpleasant man, and a colonist. So I don't know. You know, we could keep you around because they like you, but I sure don't. Stay away from me.
The giants are not native to Chult.
I love his candid.
They bring evil with them. I have nothing against those who were born here. I am a foreigner in their place. But I am only here for my wife. She came here, she gave her life for them, and I only wish to be reunited with her.
Yeah, we'll be true to our word. Just stay on the other end of the group from me.
Like is a strong word. Cautiously accepting is about where I am with it.
Stay away from me too. Not because of whatever you're. I just don't like your face. You look stupid.
Don't feel bad. By Bluegill Billy standards, everyone's ugly.
Bluegill Billy is purported to be the most beautiful of his tribe. A real Clooney of the bluegill set.
Yeah, a real Russian judge, nothing above a 6.
Oh my god.
No, that would be bluegill stinky.
Yeah, I drew a picture of him while we were in your town. He's quite the hunk. Chad Jawed Frog. Dorito chip torso. And some Squidward of a frog.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Pip. The preservation of knowledge and history is important to me, but I have lived too long.
Too long to die. Yeah, I hear you.
Well, if it's any comfort, or at least sort of a, justification. If anyone's going to die, it probably shouldn't be now with this death curse and soul stealing. Honestly, I feel kind of bad about slaying that fire giant under these conditions. But
Same. I feel friggin' terrible. I didn't think I could do that. Absolutely explode someone from the inside? That was horrible. Do you see the size of that flood of blood gushing down upon the ground?
I didn't see it because it was spraying into my eyes from, where I was. I was
not
actively in a
their
blood
time.
geyser.
Torrential rain of viscera. Well, no. Anyway, that was wild. So, I'm sorry, it was Bramble. What was it, my friend? We have just met.
So, as you guys are getting ready to chat with Shadow Bramble or Nira Thera, we will, and as Parashar collapses, we will take a short break in our Tomb of Annihilation game, and we will be back in 15 minutes to see what information lies ahead. So we'll be back in just a bit, guys. Stick around. Thanks for letting us get a little break, everybody. Last we left, the Ironhearts were taking a rest, and Parashar had fallen to the ground with exhaustion. Leyline energy begins to crackle around him, and Raggle Rock suddenly takes his place within space and time. Matt, do you want to see where Parashar goes, or do you want to continue with Raggle Rock?
I have an idea where he goes. I don't want to sidetrack the campaign, and I don't know how to answer that if I don't want to sidetrack the campaign, because I do want to know, but
I want to know.
I think other people would like to know as well. So.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's find out where
Okay.
Parashar goes. I have an idea, but let's get the full picture.
Okay. So while the rest of you see Raggle Rock apparate in front of you, Parashar, you manifest in a strange, well, not so strange for you actually, in a dark place. It feels like you were here moments ago. You are in a place that is surrounded by rags and chains. The smell of blood, bodily fluids, sweat, and death is overpowering. You are in a prison cell. And around you, there looks to be about a dozen others. A 10-year-old boy wearing a crown of wilted flowers. A man with snake scale skin is talking to himself in hushed whispers, rocking back and forth. A blue dragonborn with a cold stare. A female tabaxi, or in this area called Setesh, instead of tabaxi, covered in tribal tattoos. A fire newt keeping to herself. A man with the insignia of the Harpers of Liberty on his necklace. A goblin, a broken Batiri mask in his hands. A Chultan man with scars across his body and face. And a Chultan woman with one long scar from her forehead to her chin. Parashar, the last memory you have is exactly in this place, among these people. They all have eyes wide, looking at you. The blue dragonborn approaches you. Aye, what happened to you, mate? You are gone, a little gnome in your place. Welcome back to hell.
Where am I? I don't see any trees.
There be no trees or life here, friend. You're in a cell block, a prisoner of the Yuan Ti.
I thought he was in literal hell for a second.
Hey, semantics. Okay.
Where you been? How you teleported out of here? And why the fuck did you come back?
Who are you?
Zephyr, Zamora,
Used to be captain of a ship till I was brought here. What's your name?
I go by Parashar.
Parashar. I hope you take this with a wee bit of salt, but you seem like the slow sort.
Excessive drool on cue. Remember, at all times, at least half of his face looks paralyzed with drool coming down and a little bit of tongue showing. That's always there.
He wipes some of the drool.
Parashar, I'm quite interested to know where you been and how you did it.
I don't know. I just gave in and let the other one take my place.
The other one being the weird little gnome, I imagine.
I suppose I've never seen him.
Well, we seen him, and we had to hurt him. Had to hear him gripe about money and not knowing you. Seeing as you talk a bit less, I'm happy to see you.
A small smile breaks Parshar's face.
Natombe, why don't you give our slow friend some food?
And you see the Chultan man approach you with some, like, a quarter of a ration and offers it to you. Some trail mix.
Parshar examines and looks for explicitly water.
Water's harder to come by here. We've rationed out our food, working collectively. We've made a bribe with a couple of the Malasons here. They haven't checked on us in a couple hours. We may only have another hour before they do.
Well, what are we all doing here?
Prisoners.
Waiting
Prisoners.
for the end, friend.
Well then, might as well speed it up. I don't much like not seeing trees anyway. So he gets up and he walks over to the cell door.
You see, it's kind of a traditional cell, some iron bars in front of you.
I'm going to go on a limb and imagine I am still not gargantuan.
You know what? I hadn't taken that into consideration.
Because I don't know how much time.
Fellow prisoners to death.
I literally, if I didn't shrink down automatically, just like ipso facto, then I would kill everybody in this room.
Or they'd be all shoved into the bars.
There's only so long I can breathe stone before I die.
A good point of fact. Thank you. Sure. We'll say you shrunk down to normal size.
The ley lines sucked the magic out of me. There we go.
Well,
And
my
put it in-
concentration spell would have only lasted a minute and is concentration.
Oh, okay.
Sight, I think.
I still have advantage on pushing, pulling, or dragging, I believe. That's my base. Forget.
Okay.
I'm making my character sheet. There is it. I know it's dragging. It's called Sturdy Build. Is the ability of a bugbear.
Parashar, what be happening while you were gone?
Oh, lots of things. Walking in the forest. More walking. Some nice people. Some not nice people. There was a boat in a tree.
Me Dark Harbinger, me ship, had to leave it behind. See, I told y'all, I'm captain of a ship, damn it. And the rest kind of nod.
Marshak turns to the group. Does he say that about all the boats? Just like every time somebody mentions boat, see, I was captain of that.
I just think of him like, God, I already missed that little gnome.
It's just one of those pirate things. It's like Boomers and Minions memes. Julian will say it too when he sees a boat. Ah, I can captain that.
Could be a fleet admiral.
Well, I'm at the door. What is it? An iron bar door? Is a wooden bolted
Iron
door?
bars.
Iron
Yep,
bars.
3 big, thick iron bars, and you can see just a few feet, 10, 15 in front of you. There are these Wanty guards. They look to be snake humanoid types. Their tongues slithering out as they stand guard 10, 15 feet from you.
Interesting. Very pretty.
So, there's so many things I want to do. First, I'll try diplomacy.
See if they have robotic arms and legs.
What?
See if they got robotic arms and legs.
I don't hear you, so I'm not gonna ask that. I'm going to, I don't know what, knock on the bars, and then request to see the forest.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh God, where is that? Persuasion. 17's across the board. +1. 18. They might do it. Yeah, okay. Nobody ever asked before. Click.
Despite their instinct and orders to ignore you, you see a couple of these creatures turn their eyes towards you, their tongues flickering out.
Where did the gnome go?
A broad-shouldered bugbear covered in bark shrugs very highly and then slowly lowers his shoulders.
If you let me out, I can look for him.
I will help you find him.
You can trust me.
This is a better one than me. Sure, I say that.
Yes.
One of the guards nods to the other and it walks away.
shit,
They're doing it.
What is happening? Harshar doesn't realize the significance. He just thinks it's routine, like ask, leave, check. But we understand.
They're getting more guards to escort me.
The blue dragonborn approaches you.
You said you found friends out there.
This is the
Not
guy
many-
that's in the cell with me?
Yeah.
Not many friends out there. Who did you see?
Oh, you know, there was a man, there was another man, one of
Extremely
them,
on brand.
one of them, like you, says pirate stuff.
Shitlip?
And
Elok? Fardos? Did you catch any names by chance?
none of those.
Okay,
Eddie.
Peg
Leg Jimmy.
Bluegill.
Eye.
Does
Captain.
Bluegill ring a bell?
No bluegills.
How about dinosaurs?
No dinosaurs.
At this point, probably looking a lot more than slow, I know.
The fire newt comes up to you.
Ah, shit, what is this language even?
He said, the next game of charades, you're not on my team.
Dane, I didn't know you spoke Chompy.
Well, only a little. It's a dialect thing. I can only catch a little of it.
So anyway, I guess so the guardsmen outside of the cell, they walked away, right?
One of them walked away, and the other one is still standing there.
I will give a very gentle, what's it called, test tug on the door.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, this is good. I'm very sneaky. What is... No, look, I have a sneaky ability that says proficient in stealth.
Wow.
Stealth?
I love that for
No.
you.
It's like stealth, but it's the bugbear version.
Wait. Your arms can like Armstrong stretch, right? Maybe you can like get a key off the guard that's like 15 feet away.
Go Parashar arm.
I get +5 without anything else, okay? Well, actually, I could grow, which gives me another +5. So I could get 10. How far is it?
I mean, you have reach. You have like a natural reach, right?
Yeah, +5. And then if I grow, +5. So I could get 10.
How far away is the guard? That's what I'm...
Let me check your numbers.
I think the Almighty One said 10.
Yep, the nearest guard is 10 feet away.
Okay, well, let's put that in our back pocket for later. But I have to do a roll right now. Let's see. What did you say? Just a stealth? Okay.
Yep.
Proficient, but no pluses. Here it goes.
You test the bars, and there is this rattling, not even rattling, just like a noise made as you try to test the bars, and all you see the guard turn at you, flicking its tongue out, and 2 more flank up behind it.
I am going to immediately act totally innocent, shrug with my hands, and point to the pirate guy next to me, and then shrug again. Very slowly,
I don't like you, Barishar.
He says as he backs up into
I
the
pat
cell.
him on the head. So I'm waiting now for what I assume to be, I don't know, a thorough guard beating or drawn and quartered. I don't know.
Are you sure you don't want to back up that bus over him again?
All 4 guards stick out their tongue, and the one that motioned to a guard initially motions to another one. So now there are 2 remaining.
Do they just keep nodding to each other and walking off each time?
Yep.
All right, I guess I'm gonna keep doing stuff until there's none left. How much time has passed since my initial request for the first guard? 1 minute, 5, 10.
Yeah, minute 5.
I guess I'll wait a little longer.
3 days in Parashar time.
The Chultan man, covered in scars, approaches you, Parashar, and he says, "You said you encountered others in the jungle?"
Are there not others in the jungle?
Not many. It is a dangerous thing to traverse Chult. Who are the ones you saw?
The jungle is not dangerous to those who honor it.
Boy. I'm glad I'm not the one trying to get information from Parashar, I tell you that.
It's like talking to a tree. Oh wait.
I just go to the bars. I just go to the bars and ask the guard for a beating.
Oh my god, I'm dying. So he asked me, I responded, and at this point I'm just staring blankly at him, waiting for him to say something.
Whatever
Monty interrogator gets assigned to Parashar is just gonna, within 5 minutes, be like, "I'll tell you anything you want. I can't handle it anymore."
Yeah, 1 week later, they're all just drawing straws. I did it yesterday. You do it. I had him Tuesday.
He really that important? Can we just let him go? He'll probably die out there anyway.
So as you're staring and drooling at these prisoners, smash cut to the jungles of Chult, where Shadow Bramble is amongst you, and you've just had your discussion with Artis Simber.
Even the GM couldn't take it. Okay.
I'm waving my wand. So yeah, you guys Artis Simber moves kind of to his own side of the makeshift shelter that the Chewinga has made for you. It is a wilderness long rest, not a safe long rest, that you guys are able to take, where you spend a total of 24 hours.
Zach, is that like a short rest or is that like a long
You
rest?
you
For
restore
recovery.
your maximum HP by an amount equal to half its maximum.
Okay.
So if you were at 34 out of 68, you were restored to 68. You remove 1 point of exhaustion. So Raggle Rock, you remove one of your 4 points of exhaustion. You remain on the same hex that you're on the map.
In terms of spell slots recovery, is it like a short rest or a long rest?
And as far as spell slot recovery goes,
Or none? Because I can't remember if it was just none or not, or if it was like a short rest. Because different classes recover differently, you know.
I'm going to rule this time that you get your spell slots back.
Okay. I will ask again if you change your mind next time.
All spell slots?
Yes.
Could do half of each level of spell slot.
All right,
Don't change. Hey, I'm already changing numbers. I don't know what I can change them back to.
Too much math. You guys get your spells back. You get half your HP back. You get half of your hit dice back.
Is that half or half added to whatever we have?
Half added to whatever you have.
Boink, full. Thank you. Ah, Raggle. It feels good. What with his stalwart 2 initiative?
Captain.
Aye.
Where'd Parashar go? I don't see him. I don't smell him.
Excellent question.
He
He
seems to have faded away
to
the ether.
I don't. I know about killing men with a sword. I don't know a lot about magic. What's going on? Didn't you spend any time at the academy learning about sort of phenomena like this? I'm just a simple pirate lover. Pirate lover. I can't be all things.
I know you're a Mo, Captain. I was just asking if you know the little. Oh my goodness! I think I recognize that gnome.
Yeah, that gnome. I thought he did. Raggle, why aren't you at Castle Rock?
I'm trying to remember Raggle's accent. I don't think he really has one.
Hey, it's no time like the present for new beginnings, man. Like,
I don't know.
Make it sound like the Lollipop Guild. Fuck it.
I just remember I was in a dark, dank place, prison-like, and then now I'm here.
Did you
Where
buy your
is
way
a
out of that prison?
metaphorical prison, is it, or a literal one? I could see either one from you.
I can't say what's real. I don't know.
Were you thrown in your own prison again?
I seem to remember fighting a monster made out of gold in the vault. Again.
Are you sure? Are you sure that wasn't a nightmare or a dream?
No, definitely happened. Definitely happened.
Do you remember talking to anyone?
Nope.
No?
I'm here now.
Okay. Have you this is so weird. Yeah, see, I haven't experienced this, but I guess others have. Have you heard any voices in your head? Outside of the usual ones you hear?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay.
Well, it's good to see you again, Rock. We've only met just a little bit at the keep. I'm Pip. I don't know if you remember me. How could we? Are you? How'd you get here? Is I guess what I need to. I'm curious about. What is going on?
Captain,
Aye.
what is that? And she points at Shadow. Or is it Shadow Fell? Sean.
Shadow Bramble.
Shadow Bramble, that's right.
Appears to be a bramble made of shadows. Beyond that, your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is probably better than mine.
You see,
Again,
Captain?
I can kill
You
men
see,
with a
you-
sword. I can pirate, and I can love,
Well,
and those are
I
my
was
three
just
talents.
Yeah, I was just trying to expand your horizons. You are spot on. That is definitely Brambles and Shadow.
Is this the Socratic method? You're just going to ask me questions to teach me things?
I
Because
mean,
that
yeah,
works.
that's
Good
the
job.
way. Yeah, that's how I learn. They stopped asking me questions though. So,
Well, you know,
Captain, maybe we should introduce ourselves to our new beings that are here. I don't know if you've met Raggle personally.
Oh, I've met Raggle. I met him in the Feywild. But well, you weren't there for that. Yeah, I've been through it with Raggle. We know each other about as well as that gnome will get to know anyone. Although our shadowy brambly friend is much less familiar to me.
Musharib approaches you, Shadow Bramble, and he is in awe. And he kind of looks at you and takes a little bow and gets down on one knee. This
What the
is
hell are
the
you
spirit of nature. Please, friend, I am Musharib. I do not mean to be rude. And you can see his eyes are like glittering at your iron wood. What are you made of?
Ironwood.
Yeah, that's certainly not rainbows and sunshine.
Is this unfamiliar to you?
I here speak of my ancient brethren on the iron wood. It is what banished us to this place. I do not mean to be rude, friend. And he's like looking down at his feet. May I feel?
He wants to feel his wood. Okay.
Whatever tickles your fancy, man.
I knew it.
So when Musharib is in awe, he's not in awe. Is that correct?
That's correct. He's in astonishment. And he tentatively like just touches your arm, Nerothera, and feels the iron wood.
Big joke, temptation, too
Alright,
strong.
you can stop.
Boners!
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I let us down here. Let's take a minute, get it out of our system. Let's
I'm
go
an
back to
adult.
Robin.
I'm an
Never
adult
mind.
human, and this is below me.
Come on, none of us
This
ever
is
actually grew up, ever.
this is awe-inspiring for the dwarf, and we're all humans here, okay? Like,
Pip goes up behind Moucherie, puts his hand on his shoulder, and is like and addresses Neophara. Is it Shadow Bramble? Which do you prefer, my friend?
Whatever you want, and I'm just here to help.
And do you have specific pronouns you want to be known by?
Nero.
We're
Thera,
also open to
Shadow
amateur
Bramble,
nouns.
Whichever. You can call me Wood if it strikes you as whatever you need.
I love that,
let's-
actually.
yeah.
Personally,
Oh.
I think that's very brave of you.
Moucherie speaks in
May I
a
refer
GM
to
voice.
you?
Please, not Wood.
May I
not
refer to you as Woody?
Yeah. Well, let's think about it for a moment. He's made of wood, and he came to us in the morning. So maybe we should call him
Don't even.
SP.
So Neophara, is that am I pronouncing that correctly?
Correct.
Oh, it's a very nice name. If you don't mind, I'll use that one. I like it quite a bit. Very fancy, artistic even.
Yeah. Billy, have you ever seen this shit before?
You mean Wrangle Dangle or whatever?
Yeah. This is not even for Chult. This is not normal, right? I mean, you gotta
No.
understand. I've studied a lot of stuff, but this is like left field of left field. Okay.
Yeah, I'm freaking out right now.
Oh, good. It's not just me.
I'm starting to get the feeling nobody has seen a construct like me before.
It's I mean, and how you arrived. I feel like Dagan is a good friend of mine. I don't know how much interaction. I kind of do know how much interaction y'all had, but anyway, I which is none. But ultimate, I sorry, my head's a little bit reeling, but it's very nice to meet you. I'm glad you're here. You're obviously supposed to be here, I think, in more than one way. So, pleasure. I'm Pip Ponderowski, the Great Ponderowski, as they call me.
Do you know us?
Pip, I understand that your mind is reeling and you're overcome with confusion and just awe at the weird shit going on around you. And as your captain, let me give you some solid captainly advice. And that's when very weird shit happens, you just accept it. Because have you looked around? It's not
Trying to
gonna
make
stop
friends with the
anytime
wood
soon.
over here.
Not necessary. I just want to know that he's not here to kill us, and then I'm just gonna roll with it. Go where the wind takes me, so to speak.
You know what? We're basically on the same page right there. So I know you're not here to kill us. I have one of those inside my heart knowings that I'm newly familiar to. Kind of like a knowing from my friend Dagan, because of our great emotional and bond that we share. And Dagan, essentially, I know that Dagan had some hand in putting Neurothera in our company. I feel like, in a way, I kind of brought you here. You were an acorn in my hand, but I don't know, what, 20 minutes ago?
So should I call you Daddy?
I prefer if you're gonna go that direction. That's tradition, and that's how my family always did it. But you can call me whatever you want, really.
Neo? Is it Neo Pharaoh as after the Neo Pharaoh thorn plants?
What?
Is it okay if I call you NFT?
Oh my god.
That depends on whether we like him or not.
You know, I have this deep burning hatred for that phrase, and I don't know quite where it comes from in this fantasy world where
As
that
do
thing
I.
would not exist. And if it did, I would body slam anybody who brought it up.
Something
Well,
ephemeral in me just wants to kill you for saying that.
Yeah. I
And
could have
burning
sworn
I
I
feel
heard
like
that.
throwing up.
Why do I feel like that? You just ripped off an artist and burned down a rainforest by bringing up that term.
Man, Raggle, I am not taking any more of your name suggestions, okay?
Way to pass the buck.
You know what's interesting though is all of the imagery, all the emblems that kind of like show that you have almost this quality of already being a part of us. You wear the symbol that we all wear as part of our allegiance. It brings me comfort personally. You know who doesn't wear one? Billy. Billy, why don't we got you an Ironheart symbol yet? We got to get you an emblem, buddy.
I've been saying this every single day, but none of you seem to listen to me.
I mean, you're one of us now, and I you know, we got a little bit of time tonight. Why don't we make a little bit of make Billy part of the team, invite Nero Thera into our midst. I mean, I think they're already here for the right reasons. And Raggle Rock is back. We got a little bit of partying to do, I think, friends.
And don't forget Chompy.
Yeah, he's the leader of the Ironhearts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Devin and Chompy, absolutely one of us.
I was gonna say if we were inducting Chompy, I believe Devin served us pretty well too.
Damn right.
Oh yeah, Captain.
Isn't that right,
Chompy
Devin?
would be
You sweet boy.
Captain, what do you think of Chompy as the mascot?
Co-mascots with Devin?
No.
Oh.
Pip raises a glass in his hand that just seems to have come out of absolutely fucking nowhere. It's already got half a cup of wine in there. He's like, to Chompy, the hardest of hearts, the mascot, the emblem of the Ironhearts, what we all wish to be, what we all stand for.
We bow to you, Chompy. We will do anything you ask of us, and we are forever in your debt, and I love you.
We all love each other. Y'all are great. Yeah. Friendship. Yeah.
Pip, you're gonna have to teach me that wine conjuring trick, because
Yeah, me too. That's gonna be a neat trick.
You know, sometimes fate makes its way into your hands. Sometimes I'm just blessed, you know? Truly blessed with friends like y'all. Cheers to all of us, the Ironheart. Cheers to Billy. Cheers to Nero Thera. Cheers to Raggle Rock.
Bravo.
So I won't say that punctuation. Neo, what do you have any goals in mind, or are you just along for this ride?
I was given essentially the command to help you all eliminate evil.
Boy, I hope.
What god do you pray to?
Oh God.
I avoid religious questions.
And then Graggle turns around. You can see him like whispering and silently praying.
Oh my goodness, I missed you, Raggle. I say through gritted teeth. Captain, what be our destination? Where do you wish to go? Where are we looking to aim?
I'm inclined toward continuing toward the Lost City. We need to end this death curse.
Aye, Captain.
Although, in
Yeah, that
non-ship captaining contexts, I believe that this is more of a democracy than it would be on the ship. So, are there any objections to continuing on?
You do have a point, Captain. We are not on a ship.
I know it.
No.
That's I'm with you, Captain. We've come this far, and that's been the overriding quest, the driving force behind all of us coming together and getting this far into the jungles of Chult. That's where I stand, right along with you, Cap.
I won't rest until the death curse is vanquished from... Yes, dead.
I like that attitude, Bluegill. Raggle, can we count on your support?
Yes, of course. Before we set out, let us pray. And he bows his head. Thank you, Chengdi, Mother of Nature, for bringing us this wonderful adventure and our friends together. We vow to rid this world and its nature of this evil that is poisoning your lands. Please give us bountiful passage through your forest. We pray this in your name, Chengdi.
Amen.
Pip has taken a couple of measurements of Billy's shield, and taken a small chunk of wood, maybe that he found outside, and started very delicately carving this Ironheart symbol out of a piece of wood that he plans to set into the shield. Or if that's all right with you, Billy, do you want it on your helmet, your shield, your breastplate? What do you think?
I think it would look beautiful right on my shield.
All right, bud. That was my instinct. It's a beautiful shield, part of your family history, and now it'll be part of a bigger family, the Ironhearts. I think that's a beautiful symbolism, if I do say so myself.
You are my only family as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, gosh.
Didn't we just leave with the Stinky and the...
It's okay.
All right.
It's okay,
yes.
Captain.
Yeah, so I'm whittling this block of wood into Ironheart's emblem.
Does Chompy care where the emblem is?
Oh, yeah, I got to make one for Chompy and for Devin and for... I guess, yeah. Nero's got one. Nero's got one already, right? He's got one emblem inset into his body. So. Right?
Yeah, it's part of him.
Hopefully it's in a tasteful spot, not like on the back of his, lower back or something.
Sorry. Something came over me.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna make one more for our friend Mushri. Might have his other alignments, but he should at least get his own symbol of friend of the Ironhearts. And I have an image that Zach I've already sent you that Pip designed himself for people aligned with the Ironhearts but aren't necessarily Ironheart.
I break off
the symbol of the bleeding heart.
I break off a piece of my ironwood bramble. And I'm like, why don't you use some of this?
What?
You might
earnestly,
Nero.
Really?
Nero, you can just do that.
It's like my hair, man.
I think he just did.
Oh man. I mean,
Not a lot, but
you know who?
It'll work, right?
All right. Yeah, but you know who would really appreciate one little piece of that? Musarib.
It's
Musarib is stunned into silence.
Or not. I don't know what you want to do with your hair. It's all good with you.
He looks at the floor and
I mean, he's not an Ironheart, but he's helped us. You know, that should count for something.
And he's like blushing as he looks down. Ironhearts, you are far beyond the powers of me and my people. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I am no Ironheart. Perhaps once we return the Wormheart mines, Crackhammer Forge, to my people, perhaps I will have earned my own place among you. Please.
the humility that I know already exists within you, Musharib, is constantly a surprise. It's not something many of us have a overwhelming amount of. And I gotta tell you, for me, that just makes it all the more justifiable in my mind that you get one of these symbols. If everyone agrees with me, Ironhearts.
Assemble! Oh, wrong one.
I mean, I'm a smith. I can make it right now.
You don't bring these things up until they come up. We gotta ask you more things.
Yeah, I'm an artist, so I could try and we could design it together, collaborate.
Yeah. Are you sneaky? Are you do you push things around? I'm just asking so I know in the future. It's good to know.
I mean, is this considered sneaky? And then you see him just like kind of fold into the ground and not like turn into like essentially like looks like a dead stump.
Like a transformer.
Like it's a sentry's rest where I don't need to be asleep.
Transformer with wood noises.
Clock, 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 clock. I don't know if I'm terrified or incredibly impressed by that. Maybe both.
I mean, I have to stay this way to get rest, but it works for me.
I'm talking to a bush.
Just don't burn me, man.
So the real question is, are these Ironhearts emblems going to be for sale on a hypothetical Ironhearts merch store? Perhaps printed on coffee mugs.
As everyone turns to Raggle.
Well, Dagan and Chris, they definitely.
Now that you mention it, we are considering opening up a boutique out front of the castle.
Ironhearts the shirt, Ironhearts the movie, Ironhearts the collectible card game.
Boy, are you on my team?
Ironhearts, the Chompy, the stuffed animal.
Ironhearts the cereal.
I'd eat it.
Are you reading from my list?
which you can enjoy with water or booze.
Something tells me this one's obsessed with money.
IronheartS water, IronheartS ale, IronheartS mead, IronheartS this, that.
Yeah, someone.
Ramble.
Some of Tegan's memories are just kind of tingling a sense of distrust for this person in the back of my mind. But it's probably fine. It's probably fine.
Now, of course, all profits will be donated to charity, purely for charity.
Raggle, you haven't changed one bit. I'm glad you're here. Let's
Raggle's changed the name of his vault to charity.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I'm gonna smuggle all of this wine into the Lost City in my tummy.
To the Lost City, then.
I don't want to
All right,
cheers
to
the
the
Lost
Lost
City. What are we raising our glasses to the Lost City? To the Lost City? No, that's not what we're doing. Sorry, I misread the situation. Well,
all right.
first, Lost City second, right?
So, if you guys like, you can finish your rest and continue your travels, or keep on with the revelry.
I'm pro continue our travels.
Perfect. I'll be right back.
I'm out of jokes too.
But I think we can all agree we're very funny.
So,
at least we think so.
Yeah. So, you guys will continue traversing the jungle as dawn arrives. Are you guys going to go and you should be able to see on the map that you are fast approaching Omu. Are you going to travel at a normal pace, which will advance you 1 hex, a fast pace, which has a 50% chance of advancing you 2 hexes? Are you going to travel at a slow pace, which has a 50% chance of making you travel no hexes? It is up to you as you continue towards Omu.
I vote we move slowly and cautiously, especially without Parashar here to make sure we don't get lost. And since we're getting close to the Lost City, I would hate to, get to the Lost City. Hey, zombies, we're here. So, let's avoid
I'm
that.
a really good scout ahead.
I'll follow the rest of you. I'm not sure what... I barely remember other than just drinking poison. I remember drinking poison. Not much after that.
Onward.
There's something off with this one, isn't there?
We're all a little weird, ain't we?
Aren't you precious? I'll pray for you.
Oh, a little point of order, a little retro. Pip, Mushari begrudgingly requests a tattoo of an iron heart from you.
I'll take
Not
them.
like he's
Take
not
the
upset.
strawberries. I like the strawberries
He would rather have
better. You
that.
want some of these strawberries in here, though?
Yeah, rather than
Actually, that's a
any
lot.
artifact, he wants a face tattoo right on his
Yeah,
forehead.
that's actually dope. Here, let me. I don't have like a rig that I keep around, but
Are we
I can
gonna
make
get
one pretty
matching
quick. Give me a
tattoos?
minute. I think that'd be pretty rad. Let's all get matching face tats. There's a little Ironheart right below your cheekbone, or right on top
Well,
of your
I already
cheekbone.
got one.
Everlasting job stopper tattoos. Could really put a damper on my Pirate Alliance business. I would
Yeah.
look respectable.
Yeah, Cap. I don't know if you're trying to be silly, but you getting a face tat.
I already got one.
All right, I'm not gonna force nobody to have a face tat. That would be completely unethical. You know, I'm just playing. But Musharib, absolutely, I'm gonna give you a face tat. So I give him one. Where do you want it?
So he wants it right on his forehead. He's
Narrow?
already got one that goes down the side of
Narrow?
his face.
Billy?
Right on the third eye. You got it, buddy. Anybody else
Actually,
want tattoos?
I think he's having you add or adjust the one that's already on his forehead. I stand corrected. But he wants his forehead tattoo to be altered to an Ironheart tattoo.
Dude, I got the perfect design for you, Musharib. It's all right here in my head. It's perfect.
Yeah, I'll share the design here, probably at the beginning of the next session because I have it ready. So yeah, a little retro there while you guys are resting. Musharib and Bluegill Billy and Devin and Chompy get their Ironheart's insignia applied. I'd imagine for Chompy and Devin, it would be some kind of paint as well. And then for Billy, it's put on his shield.
For Chompy and Devin, I actually was planning on making one for their saddle.
Oh, for their saddles? I can't remember if Devin actually got one.
Yeah, Devin got one of the good ones.
Okay.
Chompy, we rolled real bad. Or didn't have money because we were the other
yeah, I was gonna say
the not Ironhearts.
Yeah, I think that was the Tiriki 10. All right, so so in the morning, as dawn approaches, you guys traverse Chult. And what pace are you guys taking? Slow, normal, or fast?
A gallop.
Well, we don't have Parashar here with us no more, so we're going to be going a little bit slower, I guess.
I support the slow and cautious approach as we near our destination.
Especially now that we have a couple of real good sneaky people with us.
Over here, friggin' Raggle's this 24 AC, fully decked out, armored character, head to toe. Clank, 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 clank.
You know, we do the best we can.
Hey, noisy one, please give me a proper lead.
Yeah, you do your thing. We'll be, a good 50, 100 yards behind you. Is that good?
And I missed it. Are we all rolling the stealth?
We're not rolling anything. We're not rolling anything till you guys come to a consensus on what pace you want to take. Fast,
slow, and steady.
Slow, or normal.
Slow.
Okay.
Slow and cautious. Slow and cautious.
More of a saunter.
A mosey through the woods.
So you guys
move. Have such a big vocabulary.
At a slow pace, you can move stealthily, but do so with disadvantage unless a clear path can be made without cutting down vegetation, i.e. moving through jungle hexes without tree guide or similar. I don't think any of you have tree guide. So you guys...
Sorry, go ahead.
You guys slowly make your way through the jungle. It is blistering hot, and each of you can make a stealth check at disadvantage. and then each of you can make perception checks.
Can we just say that I'm not stealth? Might as well.
Sure,
I'll
yeah,
push
you can
the
choose to
button.
fail.
What? You might get that
I know.
0.0023% of double 20s.
Yeah, come on, you
I'll
can do it.
it. Why not? Here we go.
I rolled an 8 for stealth, so. Yeah.
I would also like to have like a pretty good lead on them to kind of be a scout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Yeah, 50 yards would be 150 feet.
I got 11 on both.
This is the highest stealth I've ever rolled on Raggle.
Yeah, really.
With disadvantage too.
Wait, is the perception with disadvantage?
Perception is normal.
Are we also
Stealth
rolling
at
perception?
Yep. You can all
Okay.
roll stealth at disadvantage and perception normal.
I got decent perception. Ugh!
Okay, and I think we had it determined already, but we might have to make some changes. Marching order by land had been set to Parashar taking the lead, Julian, Lieutenant Rel, Devin, and Bluegill Billy as the caboose. Do you guys want to make any changes to that? I'd imagine Lieutenant Rel and Parashar need to be changed. So it sounds like we're going to have Shadow Bramble take the lead.
Yes.
That makes sense.
And we can put Raggle Rock in Lieutenant Rel's spot, so you two switch spaces. And then Devin the Triceratops is carrying AFK, Pip, and Musharib. And Bluegill Billy takes Caboose with Chompy. Sound good?
Perfect.
Reasonable.
Shadow Bramble. You guys are traveling for the first half of the day, and there is almost no activity in the jungle. It is devoid of life. There's not the chittering or scampering of animals. There's bugs, but there's no far off cries from creatures. A couple of times you hear some rustling in the rainforest. And the third time, it triggers your danger sense. You get the feeling that you are being followed.
I feel like we're being followed.
Hopefully it's not the feeling from Raggle, though.
So I'll pick up my pace a little bit and then try to hide behind a tree. Like trying to get out of line of sight and then go hide somewhere.
Raggle, if he notices this, will sort of do the side eye looking backwards and then inconspicuously drift to the back of the line.
And I'm just trying to look for whatever was following me.
Wait, is it something ahead of us and behind him?
Zach,
Zach, you're muted.
You guys aren't You haven't told me otherwise, so you haven't communicated with each other. Shadow Bramble's 100 feet in front of you. He hides behind a tree. Raggle, you move to the caboose as you guys move at a very slow pace through the rainforest.
Correct.
Raggle and Shadow Bramble, you may roll initiative.
Rolling. Where's that initiative button? It's a 10. 10's high, right?
So high.
If you, it's better than a 9.
Or a 6.18, whatever that is.
Stand by.
Standing by.
Oh
Just
my
zipping up
god.
Devin's bag here. Just zipping up Devin's bag. Nothing to see.
You are so lucky.
Who is?
Shadow Bramble.
Yeah.
You take 23 slashing and 44 psychic damage.
Oh no.
As from the tree you are hiding behind, incorporeal shadow demon spirits emerge around you. 6 of them. They all take swipes at you, which you somehow evade. Fate is on your side. I swear to God, I rolled bad on 5 out of those 6 rolls. They try to grab you and sink you into the earth, and you fight them off, still taking damage from one of them. Raggle and the rest of you
Yes.
you
And I didn't
also
see them.
see 6. What's that?
I said I didn't see them with the perception roll that I had.
The perception roll means they didn't get a surprise round. You got to roll initiative,
Okay.
and you failed they had initiative over you. Raggle, they have initiative over you. And you take 55 points of damage. The rest of you
What?
see.
What is their attack? They hit with a 27 attack?
Yeah, they hit
Yep.
really hard.
No. That's just to hit.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's like plus
Oh
11.
my
something.
god.
Yeah, it's super high.
Okay.
You guys are approaching the Lost City. This is not like the rest of the jungle. These shadow demons apparate. AFK, you see a trail of ants, arcane spirits, where you guys were headed, and you hear the cackling of hags' laughter as these shadow spirits apparate around you guys. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
On a huge
Oh, you're not
shit.
gonna let me get someone back? You're not gonna let me get somebody back for that little pock shots?
I thought we were playing till 3 a.m.
I know, right?
Maybe you guys.
I can call in sick tomorrow. Nobody will ask questions.
So we'll find out what's going on with these shadow demons, whether you
Oh,
guys can
no. They're
survive.
gonna find out. They after round, they're gonna find out.
Whether you guys can actually make it to the lost city of Omu on our next session of the Ironhearts, the Tomb of
Oh,
Annihilation.
So the real
very
question
nice.
is, did we fuck around and are going to find out, or did they?
Yeah.
That is a good point. That is a very good. Always think about it from the other angle.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
It
bugs in
might
the
have been
windshield.
us who fucked around.
Yeah.
Remember, we have a bunch of we have a handful of people that are fairly low level with us. So yeah, this is gonna be a rough one. We have to
Yeah.
protect.
There's
Don't worry, I switched to my ultimate form.
Yeah, no,
there,
that'll be
there's
having Raggle
bugs,
back.
and then there's
Yeah.
Now allow me to tally that damage. What was that number again?
So thank you everyone for joining us on our return to our Ironhearts campaign. It's been an absolute pleasure to come back. I am Captain Zach. You can find my artist page on nerdcrafty.com. We'll have Ignore the Bird, Follow the River podcast forthcoming. Thank you, players, for being here, guys. It really means more to me than I can say. And let's all have a nice little sign off. Weston?
You can find me at Lava Submersible on the internet, and check me out this Tuesday at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time for Live with Lava Sub. I'll be doing my art stream. Ronnie.
Hey, I'm Ronnie, and I have an art page called MS Paint Trash. You could check it out on Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, Ryan.
He's faking.
I should really push the push to talk button.
Oh, he's not.
Either way, thanks, Ronnie. You can find me wherever great fizzy waters are sold. Matt.
Well, first off, I'm not bleeding. You're bleeding, and stay tuned for the next episode where they get what's coming to them.
Yeah.
Somebody gets what's coming to somebody, man.
Yep. Those stealthy, dark, shadowy creatures. And off to the next, Sean.
Thanks for joining us. I had a lot of fun. Glad to be back in our Ironhearts adventure. And I'll kick it over to Shane.
Hey, Shane here. Just wanted to give a big shout out, thank you to Zach for running this game, and for Sam behind the scenes at Nerdcrafty for taking care of all our behind the scenes things. And you can catch us on a couple other of our streams. I believe we have one with Lava Submersible every Wednesday. And
Tuesday.
A big thank you. Tuesday, thank you. A big thank you to everyone here, and especially a big thank you to everyone that's watching. It's very much appreciated, and I hope it's a little bit as entertaining as we find it to be. And am I the last one, or did Ronnie? Or was I the last?
I think you're the last
I
one.
am the last.
Yeah,
I
you're
am
the last
caboose
one.
tonight.
But
I'm
special
caboose.
thanks to our producer
Well,
Sam.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I'll kick it back over to Zach.
We love you. See you next time.
Great to be
Welcome to
back, y'all.
Costco.
Thank you.